everybody, this is Erico and I am back again. Hope you guys are doing well. We are making it through this new year. And it seems like that, we have a whole lot of things that might seem like are going bad, but we should always try to push, talk to someone, and just sit and reflect. Cry if you have to. And just, know that there's another day, that you can always start the process all over again. This subject that has been an ongoing topic in South Korea about the online world and how it's so toxic and people say whatever they want to say to somebody because they know that there isn't any repercussions. Now, South Korea is trying to crack down and many people are speaking out and fighting back, trying to say that these comments do hurt and that there should be some type of punishment for people just saying whatever they want to online, especially when it's something where you're harassing someone and it's not just constructive criticism. It's not just you saying, well, I don't like that and moving on. You're constantly bombarding a person with your negativity, and it gets to the point where that person feels like, maybe I am actually like this, or maybe I am nothing but this. All these people feel this way about me, so maybe my life isn't worth living. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. So there's this volleyball player that actually was found in his house, deceased. His name is Kim In-hyuk.
네, 다음 소식입니다. 프로배구 삼성화재 소속 김인혁 선수가 어제 자택에서 숨진 채 발견됐습니다. 경찰은 타살 흔적을 찾지 못했는데요. 김 선수의 SNS에는 악플을 버티기가 너무 힘들다는 글이 남아 있었습니다. 박은채 기자입니다.
거침없이 스파이크를 때리고 늘 파이팅을 외치며 코트를 호령했던 배구 스타 김인혁.
And he was a volleyball player that was different. And he wasn't known for being a fantastic player on the court or seeming like a guy that gets along with his teammates. He was more so known because of his appearance. And when I talk about his appearance, on Instagram, you see pictures of him in full face makeup. There are many people who constantly talked about how he looked, how they said, well, you're a man, why are you wearing makeup? And it was something that he was picked with so much, where I actually researched and I didn't find so much about his playing. I had to dig and look at and see how good he was at volleyball. And seeing someone who actually seemed like he was such a cool and nice person who got along with everybody and how his teammates reacted with him. And how they all would come and, pat each other, talk to each other, and he seemed like that he was such a cheerful person. And then to look and see that so many people on the Korean interwebs were so focused on him wearing makeup, when he didn't kill anybody, when he wasn't being rude or disrespectful to anyone, he was just living his life. And then to find out that he was found in his house like that. And also around that same time, there was also a Twitch streamer that was also found that she also left this world. So it was like a double blow for a lot of people. There were many people sending their condolences. There was also another very larger than life, bright celebrity, Hong Sok-chon, who came out, and he was a very good friend to this young man. And there were many people that had a problem with what he had to say. So you can imagine him being 51 and just not having anything else to lose. So what he did was, when people were saying that, oh, you said that he was different in your post and you're outing him as gay, and why would you do that? And he had time. When I tell you, he unloaded on everybody. He went from calling them murderers to saying that it's your fault that he ended up like this. And I have to talk about the hypocrisy of this whole situation and people being different, and this guy wearing makeup. How are you going to write comments about him wearing makeup when there are straight men that wear makeup? When there are straight men that wear BB cream, foundation, for job application photos, for everyday life. Why? Because it was a bit too feminine on this guy. All of a sudden it's a problem. What about K-pop idols? We can go far back to like the 90s, to the 2000s, and seeing the eyeliner, the lip gloss, the foundation, full face of makeup. And you know, the excuse was always that it was a pure style for them, or something that made them look more pure and more defined as male idols. But how is that different from him wearing makeup as a volleyball player? Is it because he's in a sport that's supposed to be like manly? If you look at him, he could fit right into a K-pop group, to be honest with you, with the makeup that he had on. What was so different about it? It makes me sad that we also see men modeling for female makeup products. This is very common in South Korea. And then for them to go and just keep bullying him. And he never responded to it, really. And then finally he came out and he was like, you know, it's a lot. And it makes me just feel hopeless to see that in this society, so many people are dropping like flies. And that instead of people sitting down and actually judging what's going on in their society, it's once it happens, we get, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry this happened to them. But then a week, 2 weeks later, they're back to doing the same thing. It's a reoccurring cycle here. And this needs to be addressed. I know, like, if I was speaking Korean and I was saying this, there are many Korean people that would be mad and upset and ready to cancel a person because they don't like to hear constructive criticism about their society. And they definitely don't want to hear from a foreigner. And they definitely don't want to hear from another Korean person. They'll be like, you're a traitor and everything else. It needs to stop. Because there's so many problems that go on in this society. And there's so many people that choose to sweep it under the rug, ignore it, go on about their lives, or say, well, that's not about me, so why should I care? Well, him wearing makeup wasn't about you, so why should you care? You see the ideology here? You know, it's not something that is so difficult to understand. If this person isn't bothering you, and I always say this, then go on about whatever you're doing. But if we really dissect this, why people react this way about someone who comes out and they're different and they live their truth. And I'm not even saying that this guy was even gay, because we don't really know. Some people might say he was gay, but he did what he wanted to do. He lived his life the way he wanted to. He seemed happy. It's because the people that have so much to say are the people that actually deep down inside want to do what that person is doing, that's living their life and not caring what anyone else thinks. They want to be out there and live their truth, but they're afraid to. So what do? They look and they're like, they get all wrapped up in their jealousy. They start spewing out venom. and they try to hurt that other person because they know that they don't have the courage to actually step out and say, well, unapologetically, this is who I am, and take it or leave it. And it's very hard in Korean society to do that, but I love when I see celebrities, people in the spotlight who do it, because they do. And they're like, well, this is who I am. You don't like it? Too bad. Sometimes these people aren't as popular as the people that just conform and just do whatever anyone else says, or, you know, first hint of some type of negativity or backlash, they're hiding, disabling their comments. Speaking of disabling your comments, I feel like if you are someone that's on social media and you have a following, or you're a celebrity or whatever like that, you should disable your comments if you feel like that the people that are saying something to you isn't something that's constructive criticism, or isn't actually trying to correct you when you say something ignorant. If it's just a whole bunch of hate and you haven't really done anything at all wrong, disable your comments. If it continues to like personal messages, turn off your notifications, stay away from social media. Please don't try to wane in the water, try to hold out, because that puts a huge strain on your mental health. And what happens is you end up feeling like that all the negativity, no matter if it's even a little bit of positivity in those comments, you end up feeling like that negativity defines you as a person, and that's actually what you are and you're not. So stay away from social media. Cut it off. Don't look at it. Delete the app. Do whatever you gotta do. You guys, this is a lot. If you have anyone that you feel like is trying to leave this world voluntarily, please talk to them. Ask someone else for help. We live in hard times right now, especially with the internet and this new era of just a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. Follow my social media, mostly my Instagram. Also have a blog on East Asian pop culture. The link is always down in the description box below. And remember, be real, stay real, live in the real. And I will always be back. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the comments. See you guys in the next video.